party people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion the Peon, and today we are doing another episode of Plastic Free July where I am showing you guys my street furniture. Yes, a tour of all the furniture that I have found on the street. There's sort of a running joke in my friend group that I'm like the queen of street furniture. Really, my mom is. But I'm good at finding furniture on the street. I just am. And I'm also gonna show you guys some tips on how to find furniture on the street for yourselves. So to begin with, we have this chair. It actually has a second chair, which is over there. And these chairs were painted yellow. And I saw them and I needed chairs for my dining room table. And I was like, hey, some white paint, those look like good chairs. So I picked them up. The next street furniture that I have is this little cat tree. I recently found it on the street for my cat Marnie. This is actually the second piece of cat furniture that I found on the street. I have a little like, cardboard scratching post for Marnie, and she uses it like a good amount, but I was like, well, let me see if she likes these better. And I was thinking of getting one, and then someone was giving that away, and she likes it. So it's lit. She didn't like it, fine. If she did like it, great. So that's awesome. Let me show you the other cat toy that I found. So I also found this toy on the street for Marnie, and it's just one of those classic cat toys with the little balls. Again, I didn't really have any cat toys for her besides just like the little like fake mice and stuff for her to play around with. Like, okay. And so I found this and I was like, well, let me see if she likes it. And she really, really does. She's staring at it right now. It's a really great find. So I was super happy about this. So the next piece of street furniture is that little wicker shelf. I'll go show you guys. This shelf I found when I lived in Bristol, and it was all like mildewy and kind of like broken, but I thought it was so cute and such a nice piece that I wanted to take it, and I ended up just painting it white. I don't really have a good place for it in this apartment yet, like a good use for it, but I do genuinely love it so much, and in my last two apartments, I found great places for it. So I've been keeping it just because I really like it. Plus, when I painted it, it actually strengthened the rattan and patched up a lot of like the holes. So it really like made it like such a nice piece, just a quick coat of paint. I forgot about this piece of street furniture. My Van Gogh print. This print I found on the street of Austin, Texas when I was walking a dog, and I was about to move to Rhode Island, and I just thought, why not? It's so beautiful, a classic little Van Gogh scene, and I really, really enjoy it. The next item that I found on the street was literally like the day I moved into this apartment. I found this pretty glass bowl, and I was just like, I don't really have that many big salad bowls. I really like it. It's unique, it's glass, it's classic, and it's good for now. And that's the best part of street furniture, is that because you're not spending any money, you can kind of be like, all right, I'll use it for now. If I find something better, I give it back to the street, and if I don't, I keep it. Okay, so now we are getting into more street furniture. We're in my bedroom. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you guys is this gorgeous little lamp. This I, again, found on the street in my neighborhood. The only flaw is that this is a little bit messed up, but I honestly think if I work with it and like glue it, it might help. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous pink lamp that worked. Like I didn't even need to put a light bulb in it or anything. And it gives off this beautiful warm light, and I absolutely love it. I cannot believe I found that on the street. Speaking of things I can't believe I found on the street, this lovely table. You guys might have seen in a vlog a while back, I think it was my morning routine vlog, that I saw this table. It was brown and just wood, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it. I need a coffee table. And I did, and it actually sat in like my yard for a really long time, and I never ended up painting it white. Actually, in a different vlog, a clean with me vlog, I was like, I'm gonna paint this white, and I did. And my paintbrush didn't work, so I had a weird splotch on this table. So I didn't want to do the project of painting it white, but I felt really guilty because street karma is a real thing that we will get into, and it's important. So I painted it white, and I thought, if I don't like it in my house, I'll put it back outside. At least it's better than I found it. At least it doesn't have a weird white splotch on it, because if it was, yeah, whatever. And I ended up really liking it. I had a different side table here, and I like this one a lot better because it's wider, and so I can fit my fan and my lamp on, and I don't have the best like AC in this apartment just because it's really old. The reason why it's not in the center of my living room is because I found this coffee table. I absolutely was like, oh my God, I can't believe I found this coffee table. But this was just like a light wood color, and it actually is like broken on one of the sides, but it's still really sturdy. I might not like stand and jump on this table, but it's a coffee table, so like who would? It looks so fantastic. It's so nice to have a table. I can put my feet up. And even though I added 2 new pieces of furniture, I feel like the space just opened up so much because this looks way less cramped and this just looks like a real room. I'm literally watching YouTube right now. So absolutely so happy that I found this table. And with that, we are gonna get into my tips for finding good street furniture. Okay, so my first tip for finding furniture on the street that is actually like usable and good is to go to a middle to upper middle class neighborhood. You don't want to go to a rich neighborhood because rich neighborhoods have strict zoning laws, and so they're not going to put their furniture out on the street. Plus, they're probably going to sell their furniture because it's really nice, or they're going to have someone, they're going to pay someone to move it for them. You don't go around a rich neighborhood with a bunch of mansions and people have shit on the swale, but you still want to have good quality furniture. So middle to upper middle class neighborhoods, that is where you're going to find people who don't want to take it all the way to Goodwill and who know that their neighborhood will probably take over their furniture. My second tip is to go to places where young and college age folks live. I would say prime street furniture months are between March and June because that's the start of spring cleaning. All the college students and young people usually move out. Leases tend to end in May or June. And so that's when you're gonna start finding furniture. So I would go to the upper middle class neighborhoods between the, you know, March and May while they're doing all their spring cleaning and getting stuff out, and transition into college and young people neighborhoods between like April and June, because that's when everyone's gonna start putting their stuff out. See, the difference between upper middle class neighborhoods and college neighborhoods is that with college neighborhoods, you're gonna have a lot more stuff out on the swale, but college kids abuse their furniture. And so a lot of it, they're just too lazy to put it in the dumpster, so they're putting it outside. Whereas when you go to the upper middle class suburban neighborhoods, they're putting out furniture that's usable, but they just don't want it anymore. So that's kind of the difference in what you're looking for. If you're looking for stuff like a trash bag full of hangers, college neighborhood. That's where I got all my hangers. But that is kind of the one downside of shopping for free furniture in college neighborhoods, is that they really do use and abuse their furniture. So just kind of a tip for that. And those are basically my like tangible tips, like shopping times, where to shop for street furniture. Now, the real way to get good street furniture, like awesome chairs, like a great lamp, like awesome coffee tables, is all about street karma. It's all about the energy that you put out into the world. For example, if you're watching this video and you're like, what is this gross ass hippie doing? Picking up furniture out like on the street and putting it into their house, guess what? You are never gonna find good street furniture. You are never gonna find good street furniture because you got bad vibes, dude. You got bad vibes, and the street doesn't do that. The street doesn't fuck with bad vibes. Good vibes only on the street. A good example of having great street karma, my mother. My mother, she puts perfectly good, usable things out on the swale that she doesn't want anymore. She doesn't want to take to Goodwill, and those things are gone like that. And in return, she finds awesome things on the street. She was looking at these $300 a piece porch chairs from Crate & Barrel in this like bright coral color, and she was going back and forth if she wanted to spend the $600 on 2 pairs of chairs. And in our neighborhood, one of the houses is getting renovated, and there's 2 of the, basically a cheap dupe of those 2 chairs in the exact color that she wanted. So she was like, awesome, I'll take these, see how I like them on the porch, and if I don't, totally fine. My brother looked up the serial number and they were legit Crate and Barrel $300 chairs out on the street in perfect condition in the exact color that my mom wanted. That is what good street karma is. My mom puts out good quality furniture on the street and she finds it. And she doesn't go into the street with judgment. Part of like me walking JJ is like, we're shopping around. When it's 6 a.m. and I'm walking JJ in the morning, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna find today? Or my friends will text me, hey, look out for a desk. And I'm like, I will. And I send out desk vibes and desk vibes come to me. I literally found a desk for my best friend. So, lit. And that's gonna bring me into like my second part of street karma, which is leaving street stuff better than you found it. So I was talking about that table that was all solid wood that I found on the street that I wanted to paint white, tried to paint white. My paintbrush was all crusted and dried out. And so there was just this weird splotch. I really wanted to just put that table back out on the street and forget about it. It was kind of too much effort. But that's bad street karma, dude. Because anybody would be happy with a perfectly fine wooden table and just a classic wood color. But I wanted to paint it white, and as a result, I now made this ready to go into your living room piece, a piece that you have to renovate for any random person, because I got a splotch on it. And so that's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna paint it white and then I'm going to put it back out on the street. But I ended up really loving it. And that kind of good street karma is really important. And one of the reasons why I tend to go with white paint for my street furniture is A, it matches with everything. B, white just makes you feel like clean and new. And so when you paint something that's used white, it just gives it a new life that's really, really lovely. And the final reason why I choose white is that when I do put it out on the street, if I choose to do so, white is a really easy thing for people to touch up, for people to just pick up and put in their living room. Or if people want to paint it a different color, it's already primed. So if you paint it black or something like that, people might be less inclined to go pick it up because it's like, oh, I don't want black, but it's gonna take a billion coats to spray paint or whatever. And all the white furniture that I painted, I feel like would go in 2 seconds if I put it out on the street, because it looks clean, bright, white, and white is just easy for everyone and it matches with everyone's furniture. Make sure that your renovations aren't actually impeding people like getting it from the street later. Like if you get it and you destroy it, like I did with the wooden table originally, then you know, people aren't gonna want it as much and it might sit out in the rain and then get moldy and then no one's gonna want it. You want this fast turnaround on the street furniture because you don't want it to be sitting out in the rain and getting moldy and gross and bird poop on it. So that is that element. Okay, so I think those are all my street karma points. We have no judgment, good energy when you're finding street furniture. No sticking your nose up at street furniture. 2, what you put out is what you get back in. So if you only ever put junk trash that no one's ever gonna want out on the street, that is all you're ever gonna find on the street. If you're putting good stuff that people can use, but you're just done with it on the street, that's exactly what you'll find. And 3, when you're doing renovations, make sure that you're leaving the street furniture better than you found it. That means turnaround value. So if you're like, I'm gonna paint this white, and you just do a splotch and say you're done, you're making that street furniture project way harder for the next person to find it. Spruce it up enough that people are gonna want it, because if you put junk out on the street, you're just gonna get junk back, and it's just gonna wreck your street karma. Lastly, always remember that renovations are possible, but go in with street furniture that you can fix things, that you can do a coat of paint, that you can't, like, have an open mind about it. That's really the biggest tip, is just have an open mind, have good energy, and remember that what you put out is what you take in. Literally, street furniture is all about manifestation and having an open mind. With that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked the second episode of Plastic Free July. I think this is really fun to just show you guys different ways to be sustainable. I know last week we did a Plastic Free July grocery haul that was kind of a flop. And this week, it's not really about being plastic free, but it's more about sustainable purchasing, but not even purchasing, and how you can avoid plastic and packaging and new things in general by just looking around different neighborhoods in your area. Stay tuned for next week when we're gonna do our 3rd installment of Plastic Free July, and our 4th is gonna go into August just because I was a little late on the trend, but we will be doing 4 weeks of Plastic Free July videos on Mondays, and on Thursday, you can expect a fashion video from me every single week. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I do post there almost every single day. And with that, have a happy, happy day. Bye!